Hello, everybody. All right, so last week when I did the July bingo card, that did really fall short. I was boring. I'm so sorry. But I just I just want to tell you how important I do think this bingo card is for several reasons. First of all, like ADHD and menopause is a real freaking thing, okay? This is like no joke. So it is helping me stay on track. This bingo card is actually helping me stay on track. I've already completed like several things. But when I was doing one of my meditations, I started thinking about like some of my clients. And because I do, I think about my clients a lot. You guys are just like, with me. But, sorry, my back itches. I'm telling you, these things are worth their weight. The extended, like, back scratcher, oh my gosh. I have one in each car. I have one beside my bed, one in each bathroom. I mean, of course, one beside my desk because it's like itchy back. Anyway, this bingo card is helping me not only to stay on track, but when I was doing a meditation and I started thinking about one of my clients, I started to realize like how much I saw myself in her. And I think this happens to a lot of practitioners. I think it happens just in general. But I started to see like, okay, this is like, that's where I was. That's where like I still am from time to time. I started to see that I wasn't keeping up with the promises that I make to myself. Like I was letting go of promises that I was making to myself in favor of other people. And it not all the time, but it's like I went through patterns where I would just be like, no, I'm going to let it go. I'm just going to like, I want this enterprise, this project, this business, this class, this like whatever. I want this to go smoothly. I'll just work extra, or I'll just do some extras. I'll do this. And even like a birthday party, I'll do this because I want this to be great. I want this project to be great. I want this business to be great. And I would let the promises that I was making to myself, I would let those go by the wayside. And that's never a good thing, right? Because then I was giving more than I was getting, and then I would get resentful, and then I would get bitchy, and none of these things are optimal. They're not. And I start to see this in, like, again, one of my clients in particular, but I think it's like a lot of us. I really do. Because the more I thought about it, the more I was just like, you know what? Yeah. I mean, like, I think we all do it. I really do. I think I just do it really bad. Because I do let things build up and build up and build up. And then it's like a volcano. And then it's like last year where I had to take like a 5-month break from this channel, from YouTube. And that's never a good thing for YouTube. I mean, the clients that I have that I coach for their YouTube channels, I do not, I tell them, I'm like, be consistent. Don't take a break for 5 months. But I wasn't doing what I was coaching. I had fallen down on so many things and so many promises that I had made to other people. But really what I had done is I got out of like, let's call it a bad relationship. I just got out of a relationship and I started spiraling, but I didn't realize I was spiraling. I really didn't. I didn't realize that now I was like having to take accountability for the promises that I had not given to myself for the good of this relationship. And that relationship was not giving back to me at all. I mean, that relationship was not like there for me. And then the relationship that ended because I ended another relationship, I know it was like it was a snowball. It really was. It was an avalanche of crazy shit that happened. And I just kept going, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. And I kept thinking the common denominator is me. I did this. I did this. I ended things with this person, which caused me to end things with this person. And because they wanted to stay like in business with the other person, it kept going on and on and on. No, it wasn't because of that. It's because I stopped keeping the promises for myself, to myself. Because, and this has happened too, and I know that some of you out there will know what I'm talking about, that people will say, oh, well, that's like really selfish of you, or that's really, you're just like thinking about yourself. No, I was thinking about everyone else but me, but because I wanted to do some things for myself, they were just like, well, what about us? And I'm like, yeah, okay. I mean, it was a bad situation. And the thing is, I 100% am at fault. It wasn't them, it was me. It was 100% me. It was 100% my fault. So I probably lost friends or people that I thought were friends over things like this. But there was something that just shifted in me. And I don't know how to say, I was spiraling, but I was doing it in a very angry way. I was doing it in a very angry way. I was pissed off because now things did not look anything the way that I saw. Anything. In 2022, I started another channel that was not named my business, that was not named my company. I didn't shift my channel's name back to my company. That, yeah, I ran the name by several people just going, what do you guys think about this? What do you guys think about this? But I came up with that. I came up with that logo. It's based off of a drawing that I did. I did that. And I was so afraid to claim it. I was so afraid to claim it because I didn't want anybody to feel left out. Well, okay, but I did that. And the thing is, I didn't put my company's name on my channel because I felt, I guess I felt beholden to somebody else. I felt like it was, I don't know. I think that I felt like, well, first of all, I was accused of misappropriating funds. That was really great. I mean, hearing a recording of somebody say, oh my gosh, are you recording this? And incidentally, that person asked the wrong person because the other person sitting at the table was recording. But that person asked the wrong person and he was like, no. And she was like, oh, good. Oh my gosh, because that would really hurt Jennifer's feelings. You think? I mean, but I keep very good receipts. I still have the receipts from when my first podcast that we started recording in 2018, but I started everything in 2017. I still have all of those receipts because I'm a nut. Yeah, I'll admit that. But the thing is, I wanted to defend myself, but I didn't want to defend myself, and I did defend myself in a passive-aggressive way, and that's not me. But after someone accused me of my directness was abusive, seriously, I stopped defending myself in that way. Well, I'm not going to do that anymore, because in 2024, in the 44-8 year that we had, all of that stuff came to me in abundance, and I shut down. I mean, I still did my lives, and I've been looking back at some of my lives and just being like, oh, well, that wasn't so bad, because honestly, I don't like looking back at my old videos. The first videos, the first podcasts that I did that were not on videos, oh my gosh, they were horrible. No wonder we only had like 6 or 7 subscribers, and 2 of them were me. I mean, you know, of course I'm subscribed to my own channel, but you know, I do have more than one YouTube channel. So I mean, account. So I had subscribed twice to my channel, to our channel at the time, and oh my gosh, horrible. Oh my gosh, just not a good look. So, really glad that I've like evolved and grown. It's good. But I feel like because I stopped just honoring who I am, if you think me being direct is abusive, then don't hang out with me. Then don't spend time with me. Don't lie about me, but don't spend time with me. Yeah, that's what I'm going to say. Because, yeah, I can be a total lunatic, a total bitch. But the thing is, I just hold on to things. I'm trying to be, like, nice. I'm trying to be whatever. But, you know, what are you going to do when, like, first of all, you're being unfairly treated? That can set you off, right? I mean, immediately when you're unfairly treated, people want to go into like defending themselves. And I get how that looks. I know, because I look at it with my kids all the time, you know. But I feel like, again, it was my fault. It was 100% my fault, because I did not honor the promises that I was making to myself. I didn't honor those promises. I didn't. I mean, and I've done this so many times in the past. I've stayed at jobs because the money was like good, or I've stayed at jobs because I thought they needed me. They didn't need me. I mean, because they'll let you go quickly if they don't, if you know, once they're done with you, they'll let you go. They're like, I'm good. But the thing is, I really did. I was like, but they need me. I mean, really, like in the past 20 years, it's been a lot. I've stayed at jobs that I was unhappy in, again, because, you know, we've all done that, because you need the paycheck, you need something. But you're not honoring the promise to, like, look for something else, to stretch yourself, to go outside of your comfort zone, right? And the bingo card is helping me to honor some promises that I made to myself. And I do feel like that has been, that's been important. And I know it's not glamorous, it's not sexy, it's not doing spells, which I don't really want to do as much on here anymore, to be honest with you, because I'm seeing a lot of people use this stuff so incorrectly and so badly, and just such lack of integrity. I can't even tell you. And especially after I discovered that whole thing on Etsy and Instagram and TikTok of selling spells, what a load of shit it is. You could put it in your garden and grow great tomatoes. It is a load of just crap. And I feel like I'm switching things up and just making some promises to myself, because I've seen the patterns. I even do this with members of my own family, and where I'm just like, they don't even give a shit about me. Why am I worried what they think about me? Why am I worried about that? These are people that I would sit back and I would make sure that I was texting them on their birthday, that I was reaching out to them. Hey, you want to do this? You want to do that? Especially when I moved back to Georgia and I was trying to reconnect with a lot of my family. And now it's just like dismissive. Well, okay. Like the last time I saw some of the members of my family a couple of years ago, I was just like, why is everybody being so weird to me? Oh, well, you stopped texting me on my birthday. When is my birthday? And when I said that, when I was just like, do you know when my birthday is? No, I don't. Well, why would you, continually expect me to text you happy birthday or say happy birthday to you on social media when you have never said any of that to me? I mean, yeah, I want to wish you happy birthday, but I think that should be reciprocal for family members. People from high school, okay, it should be reciprocal there too. But the thing is, you're just like, I stopped caring. I'm now in communication with people that actually want to be in communication with me. There we have it. I know, again, I guess it could be seen as childish. I don't care. I'm not doing that anymore. I'm not putting out energy that I'm probably not going to receive back. I mean, there's some people that you just know, okay, like a grandparent or, a parent that you've never had a great relationship with or whatever. But I'm willing to put out the energy to people like that, but I don't expect anything in return. But the people that resent me for, like, that are just like, oh, well, you stopped communicating with me. When did you reach out to me? When was that? And I'm just like, okay. All right, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. And so all I do know is that I have to honor the promises that I'm for myself. Because there are just some relationships and some things that are irreparable. But the thing is, you have to make sure that you still have a good relationship with yourself. And this silly thing, this bingo card for July, is helping me to honor some promises that I have for myself. And honestly, it has made me see things in a different way. I don't hate like my family members that are incommunicado with me. I don't hate them, but I'm also not going to stress myself out by begging them for attention. I'm just not. You don't want to like acknowledge me? Okay. I'm all right with that. I'm not going to chase after you. I'm not going to continue like doing that. I'll just be on my merry way. You live your life, I'll live mine. We don't actually have to see each other anymore. It's not a requirement. Let's just pretend like I live on a different continent. And I really do that with some of those people. I'm like, oh, we just live so far away from each other. An hour, whatever, 2 hours. I know, it happens. But there's a lot of people that have shown up in my life that I'm like, I would rather just spend time with them. And I feel like those are the people that would be like, if I said, okay, I promised myself that I would do X, Y, Z. And they're like, do you need some help? Or is that something you want to do by yourself? Or you got it all figured out? And those are the kind of people that I want around. Because if they came to me and said that, I would probably say the exact same thing to them. So I know the bingo card sounded a little trite, sounded a little whatever, but I have had fun, and it's been a week. And already I'm like crossing things off. I'm just like, okay, you know, walking this many times, exercising this many times. Like there's still things on here that I can highlight off after today. And I think that this is, again, it's helping me to stay accountable to myself. It's helping me to say, hey, you know, these people are really important. But the relationship with ourselves is also really, really important. It is. And, you know, as mothers, as fathers, as doting aunts that are out there, grandparents, whatever, business owners, somebody that goes to, you know, work every day at, you know, a job that they love or hate or whatever. The thing is, ultimately, the relationship with ourselves is going to set the tone for the relationship with every single thing that we have in our lives. Our family, our jobs, our pets, everything. It's all going to be about, like, it starts here. It's all going to be about us and what we can give back. And if we're an empty vessel, we're not going to be able to give anything back. So, keep your promises to yourself. It's not always easy. It's not always super fun. It's not. But the thing is, the promises that we make to ourselves are really important. And if you want a copy of this bingo card, or you can go on Canva and make your own and do it up nice, I highly recommend it. But if you want a copy from me, there's my email address. It has helped me to just look at it every day and go, what have I done? You know, what do I do tomorrow? How am I moving in this direction? Am I moving in the right direction? Sometimes the things that we need to do the most are the most boring. Yeah. So there you have it. That's my promise to yourself thing. Just to let you know. I do really want to emphasize that I think that if we're not giving to ourselves, we're not going to be very useful to anybody else. We're going to turn into just an emotional pile of mush, or like a big bitchy girl. You know, maybe we put back on the 50 pounds that we lost. So I'm like totally not ashamed of that anymore. I was so proud of myself. I lost 50 pounds. I have photographic evidence of it. And I took the pictures with my friend, so that I was like, yeah, this is when we're taking pictures, because I lost this 50 pounds. So proud of myself. And of course, you know, I get into the throes of menopause, perimenopause, whatever. It's unpleasant, and I gain it back. And also a lot of stress. I gained it back. So now I'm reworking my program, reworking things for myself, and we're going to move in a different direction. Going to be good. Yeah. And again, the bingo card has helped me stay on target there. And if you do something, if you do something for it, people say 28 days, but I think it's 40, just my opinion. If you do something, for me, it's 40 days. If you do something for 40 days, it really, really becomes a habit. It does. It becomes like, you know, in your system. For me, it's 40 days. Some people say 28 days. I know they've made movies about it, whatever. But for me, it's 40 days. So we're going to give this a shot. We're going to continue into August with it, is what I'm saying. Also, if you do something, or if you spend time on something for like 40 hours a week, there's a lot of 40s in there. Maybe it's because I'm a 4, you know, I'm a 22-4 in numerology. But if you spend time on something for 40 hours a week, again, it becomes a habit. I know. So it's not just like doing the same thing for 40 hours a week, but it's like spending the energy. It's like spending time thinking about it. It's like spending time, like, you know, with your focus there. Yeah. My problem is I wasn't taking any time off. Yeah. So now I've had to break it up. And I'm trying to make sure that I spend like quality time off and quality time at work. So that way I'm not half-assing both. I know. And I've really put a leash on because I have a lot of clients that are in different time zones and different states that have way different schedules. And so I've been very accommodating to my clients. So now I've just been like, when they, you know, ring to make an appointment or they text me to make an appointment, I'll say, hey, I only work late these 2 nights. I only work late this, you know, let's try to schedule it on this day if you can. And I try to be accommodating and and work with my clients, but I also have to have some boundaries. I also have to have some parameters. What do you think? Are you sniffing my stuff? I don't know. Do you guys get to see Mercury that much? Not as much as you get to see Mouse, right? Hey, this is Mercury, who's a little growly. I mean, you kind of look mad. Why are you mad? Because your planet's about to go retrograde? Yeah, so we've got Mercury retrograde happening next Thursday on the 17th. We have this wonderful, wonderful full moon in Capricorn day after tomorrow on the 10th. It hits its peak at 4:37 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So really excited about this full moon in Capricorn. I'm very happy about it. I guess it's because I have a Capricorn ascendant. I don't know. But it's a fantastic time to like release all the stuff that you've been manifesting. Let it go, send it out into the ether. You've been manifesting it hard. It's time to let it go and let the universe do its work. Then from the full moon, well, the day after the full moon is a better time to start this. The day after the full moon, or even, Friday or Saturday, just start sort of cleaning house. Start cleaning out your closet, cleaning out your cupboards, cleaning out your refrigerator. But don't forget to clean out the emotional and mental baggage that you've been carrying around. We all do that. We really do. Are you messing with my stuff? Okay. I can't really see her. So there we have that. Then I want to show you guys what's in my bag. So I do a lot of clearings, like businesses, individuals, stuff like that. So I have a bag and I have a box. I know. My bag is the Grogu. It's a lunchbox. My kids just sort of outgrew this. And so this is what I carry a lot of my stuff in when I go to do clearings, when I go to do, especially when I'm clearing businesses or houses, like bigger places. You need a lot of stuff. So I'm usually walking around with this and this. I know. So I like to carry a lot of choices because I am a Virgo. I like to have a lot of choices because I don't know. I can kind of pick up on the energy you know, before I get there. But I need to see when I get there exactly what I'm dealing with. Okay, so I've got my abalone shell and a lot of like rose petals. Like I have a whole bunch of different stuff in here. So this is sort of the like apple cider vinegar. Yeah, it's the jack of all trades when it comes to smudging. But what I like to do is I like to use some cones. These are 2 of them. I have a whole bunch more. But these are 2 of them. So this is lavender and this one's white sage plus Palo Santo. And I want to tell you, I know I have said this on here before. Do not just use sage when you're clearing, okay? You can use sage and clear like your whole house, clear your energy, do all of that, but use something behind it, okay? Use lavender, use sandalwood, use lemongrass. I've got all of these. Use, mugwort. Okay, I have angelica root. I have a lot of stuff. I've got comfrey. I have a lot. Yeah, this is, take your pick. Use whatever, but replace it. When you clear out energy with sage, make sure you replace it with something else. Otherwise, that energy is going to come back. The energy you just cleared out is going to come back and it's going to be bigger. So we need to clear the energy and we need to replace it with something great. I love to use rosemary. Oh my gosh. And yes, there's some rosemary. There's rosemary, there's thyme, there's rose petals in with the sage. There's mugwort. God, there's a bunch of stuff in here. And I highly, highly recommend it. Yeah, make your own smudge. I mean, you can buy it too, but you know, you can make your own. I also have a tiny little cauldron, and this thing gets really, really hot. Yeah, I've had some accidents with it. So you need to make sure that you're holding it with a glove, like a thick glove, because this does get hot. Because you put the charcoal, like, what am I saying? The charcoal tablet. Okay, you put the little charcoal tablet on the top, and you light it on fire. When it turns gray, then you can put your resin on top of that little charcoal, you know, nugget, and it'll burn the resin, and that's fantastic. But this is great to sit in a room. To sit down in a room and let it clear and like put that energy out in that room. Resin is especially fantastic. I love it. Love it. The frankincense resin. I know. That is absolutely one of my favorites. So, highly recommend this. Okay, there's a store here in Atlanta. It's called Phoenix and Dragon. I buy a lot of stuff from them. If I don't have it, and I'm not going to a show or anything to buy more, I'll just pop in and buy stuff from them, or I go to a little store that's really close to me. It's called Heart, Soul, and Art. I'll go there too. This one just happens to be from Phoenix and Dragon. And the great thing is that most of the time when you buy the herbs or whatever from these stores, they will have them labeled for you and it'll be exactly like what you need. However, okay, here's one from Heart, Soul, and Art. This is the angelica root. And if it's not from like something that I've grown, I like to keep the card attached to it so I know what it is. It just saves me a step. It just saves me from having to like make one. So you can, like I opened this one up from the back. You know, it's a Ziploc. It's a Ziploc baggie and they've stapled this to it. It's pretty neat. Creosote. Okay, this lady that I used to work with introduced me to creosote, and I really, really like this. The creosote you can get on Etsy, and I highly recommend it. It really is fantastic. This is like one of those things that you can clear, and it puts the energy back in. And it puts some really fantastic energy back in. Do I still like chase it sometimes with lavender or frankincense? Yeah, I do. But creosote is one of those things that you can clear the area, clear the room, clear the building, clear the whole kit and caboodle. And you don't have to use anything to put like good energy back in. Oh, sorry. I'm just trying to figure some stuff out. Because this weird thing keeps popping up on the screen. So, I just wanted to show you guys what I use to do clearings, because it just seems to have come up a lot lately. Yeah, I've been doing a lot of clearings lately, and I will be doing more when my children go back to school, because, you know, it is really, I mean, my mom has just been a godsend, but oh my gosh, like trying to juggle, like, you know, working from home and having children at home, it's just like, okay, yeah, I know. And last week, I took some days off. I don't know if you guys saw my short or the shorter video that I posted. Last week I took some days off, and we went, we did a staycation kind of thing. Like, just did some activities around here. Oh my gosh. Seriously. That was exhausting. That was that was crazy. And I was like, oh yeah, this will be fun. This will be like, you know, staycation, staying home, and like just doing all this fun stuff like in our own neck of the woods. That'd be great. Yeah. So anyway, I'm gonna load this back up, because this is really extremely portable. Please don't forget you need a lighter. Don't forget that. And I use incense. I take everything with me, because you just don't know what you're going to need until you get there. The other thing is sprays. Like, a lot of times, like, I've gone to people's houses and work where if I go during office hours, I don't really want to like be putting out a lot of smoke, but I'll make my own spray. I just put I put like alcohol and water, usually moon water. Well, it is always moon water. I put alcohol, I put water, and then I put all my herbs and stuff in there. I have learned the hard way that I have to strain it, because it clogs up the sprayer. Yeah, I've done that so many times. Like, I forget every single time. So now on my spray bottles, it says, make sure you strain it out, because I forget. I can't even tell you how many times I've done that. I mean, seriously, it's ridiculous. It really is. But this is something that it's just really portable. It's easy to carry, and that is how I do my clearings. That's how I do my, like, when I go out and do them. And it's really become, I mean, this has become a big deal. I feel like I'm doing this like more and more. Everybody is wanting that. And then I can go and touch it up or whatever later on. I do that too. Yeah. It's really great. Okay. I am doing some, I'm going to do some extra videos this month, gearing up for, some stuff that I'm preparing for August. Very excited about that. So extra videos this month. I am going to do the mid-month check-in with numerology. You know, I love numerology. I know it's not for everyone, and that's okay, but I do love numerology. So, all right, you guys, I'm going to check out. I am really, really starting to completely give up on Facebook because I've had a hard time, like, streaming to Facebook. It sometimes takes me, like, a few extra minutes just to try and get in. Like, I can get in through YouTube pretty easily, but when I attach Facebook, it's just, it won't go, and I don't know what's happening, but it's very frustrating. I'm not loving that, to be honest with you, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. So I don't know if I'm going to be back on Facebook doing live streams, but definitely will be here on YouTube and Tuesday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And there was something else. So, oh my gosh, I just had the best class this weekend. I've been teaching my first astrology class. Did not think that I was qualified to teach an astrology class. And there's probably some astrologers out there that are probably like, yeah, you're not. Because I've really only been studying astrology hardcore. Like, I started dipping into it a little bit in 2017 and 2018. I started really hardcore studying astrology at the end of 2018 and on from there. And the last, like, class I took, no, it's not the last class I took. I've taken a couple of classes since this, like, immersive class that I took. I took this really in-depth, immersive astrology class, and it was fantastic. And it took, like, months, like 9 months to get through, like, all the different things. And it was wonderful, and I loved it. And so now I'm doing some basic astrology classes. So if you are interested, you can hit me up at this email address. I have a name of someone that is going to help me with my website. And once my website is back up and running, I will be able to post this stuff on my website. So until then, right now, it's going to be the email address. And I've gotten better at, like, you know, responding to emails a little quicker. It is on the bingo card. So, that's about it. I hope you guys have a great week. I really do. I hope you guys have an awesome, awesome week. If you want a copy of the bingo card, please email me. I will send it to you happily. We can even change it to August if you want to start it in August, since we're, like, you know, a week into July. You can start late. Nobody cares. If you are starting a bingo card, here's my recommendations. Just do 2 or 3 out of the 24 spots, because there is a free spot in the middle with the logo. 2 or 3 really difficult or long tasks, and maybe 3 or 4 that are super easy. Give yourself a break, you know, and make the other ones like everyday tasks or things that you've been putting off, and, you know, just give yourself a break in there. Okay? All right, you guys, I hope you have a really fantastic, fantastic week. And until we see each other again, get out there and make your magic. Bye, y'all.